Hello, welcome to a new video. As a lot of you already know, I am quite known for making firearms, or prop firearms. For instance, the Mosin Nagant, the Remington 700, countless other things. I like creating guns, as you can see in front of you. A lot of these are airsoft, but a lot are also pre-made. I just finished a new firearm, which is right behind me, and is probably the most incredible thing I've made so far. It's taken quite a long time, but as you've seen from the channel, I have just finished my M2 Browning, and it is beautiful. As you can see right here, it is amazing. I just want to go over the features of what I've made here exactly. Obviously, it's a prop of the real life M2 Browning, but it's just beautiful. It's obviously doesn't shoot. It's a prop, just like the rest of them. Some of them are airsoft, but it's just beautiful. So I'll go over each feature, what I've done exactly, what it's made of, how it works, all that. So we'll start off with the base right here. Obviously, this is not what the real life version looks like at all. I would have struggled to make that. I've looked online and it's quite hard. So instead, I've just used the bottom of a chair, similar to like that one over there, but without the wheels, so it sits, doesn't move. And, it's not going to fall. It's quite a heavy gun, so it was quite hard to make the stand you see traditionally, but that works. And also, what it allows me to do, the gun can be moved in a 360, which is just great. Very smoothly, don't have to worry about anything, and it can also go up and down, which is exactly how the real gun works. It's just amazing. So once you're in the back, say, it can easily be put up and down. It's just amazing. Just makes you feel like it's a real one. Obviously, this is controlled right here with this metal thing. It's obviously pivots from here. So if I can dismount this from the base. So they're two separate bits. Just here, that's all it is. And obviously this stops it from falling anymore. So yeah, it's really good. Next is the ammo crate right here. Obviously, this is where the bullets would be fed into right here. Right now, I don't have any bullets. I'm currently 3D printing those, so you'll see those very soon. This I did not make. I bought this the other day. Yes, the caliper is wrong, I know, but it's quite hard to find a 50 cal version of one of these, but it's very nice. It works perfectly with the Browning, just like the real version. And obviously, this is where it goes on. It doesn't attach to it, it just sits on here. And this is just some piece of metal, which I've had to duct tape. The first time I've actually had to use duct tape on one of my guns because I don't have a welder. So it was very hard to weld these pieces together. But it works very well, very strong, and it's not going to fall off. It just goes on like that. Beautiful. And that's attached to the base rather than the gun, which may cause some problems when doing this, when the bullets actually go into here. But it should be fun. I'll get to that when I get to that. Next, I'll go over the back of it. So obviously this is the handle. I've decided to not spray this black, instead varnish it. Same with the cocking mechanism over here. Because I've seen some models of the Browning do this instead of, a lot of them are black, but I think this looks cool. I think it makes it stand out a bit more. But obviously, you have the rear sight here, which is 3D printing. Yeah, the rear sight and the front sight are the only things on the gun that are 3D printed, and those line up quite well. Obviously, this would be a lot bigger on the actual gun, but I couldn't find a model that was the right size, unfortunately. Obviously, you have the trigger here, which I didn't do perfectly, but you can reach it, it's fine. You have the safety here, which doesn't move, doesn't work, it just looks cool. And that's it, that's the handle. Works very well, very strong, not going to break. I use plywood for this one. Everything else is MDF, except some of like barrel, some metal pieces. But this is plywood because I actually made this out of MDF before and it broke, unfortunately. So I changed that to, I dropped it off the sofa and it snapped. So I made it out of plywood to make it a bit stronger, and it's great. It works so much better. Next, you have the cocking mechanism, which works exactly how the real gun works. It has two springs, so one to do that, and one to bring it back. So you put those together, and it makes a beautiful sound. That sound you can hear right at the end, that sound, that's the spring being put back to place. And if you actually look down here, this mechanism, just like the real gun, let me take this off, this is annoying. Pull it back, it opens that up, and then you can see the spring. Obviously you can see it's a humongous spring, and there's two of those in there. One to obviously pull that back and forth, and one for this mechanism. As you can see, yeah, just like the real gun. It's absolutely amazing, and a beautiful sound. And that works exactly how the real gun works. Just, yeah, that took some engineering. Obviously all the mechanisms inside here, which I can't really show unfortunately, but trust me, it took a while to do. Very beefy sprigs, which, yeah, was originally for this chair. So yeah, moving on, you have the latch here, which just is a pivot point here with a nut and bolt. It just goes up and down, so it doesn't really do much, but just like the real gun, obviously the bullets will go here, which I haven't done yet, but will. Yeah, and obviously, very cool. Front sight is there, again, 3D printed. I'm not very good at fixing 3D printing, so it looks a bit rough, same as that one, but that's fine, it's fine. And then moving on to the barrel, obviously these are just some plastic tubes. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find metal tubes like I've used for the Remington 700 and also the other one. But this is just plastic. Obviously, it's been smoothened out, so it's very nice. Before, these were horrible and had, stuff all over them. But now it looks great. So this one's quite a large one. Loads of holes have been drilled into it. And this one is just got a few holes in it from prior work, but it looks quite well. It looks great. And the difference with these, when I painted it, this was spray painted and this was just painted with regular paint with a brush. So yeah, it comes out really nicely. It just looks great. And altogether, it's just probably the best thing I've worked on. So yeah, that is my M2 Browning. I think it's a beautiful gun, and I think I've done it quite well. I might work on the stand a bit more, might change it to the actual real-life counterpart. Again, very difficult because it's very heavy. Picking it up, I will weigh it, maybe. Picking it up is... You can't pick it up, it's just heavy. And finding the right configuration for that might take a while. But yeah, I do have another ammo box over here. Unfortunately, this one does not fit. Obviously, this one's a bit nicer compared to this one, which is all grubby and disgusting, but I didn't make it so it fits, so I'm gonna have to stick with this disgusting thing for now. But I guess it adds a bit more, it just adds a bit more to it, I guess. But in the future, I'll show you the ammo and how that goes into it, and I'll do that because that's gonna take a while to print, like hundreds of bullets, which will take a lot of filament. But so yeah, that is my M2 Browning. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to make your one yourself, I would recommend it. It's a good project. It takes a while. Oh, it's really just loads of boxes compared to those other guns. That's more so carving, getting the right shape. This is just box with added on pieces, because you just start with this base model, make it thinner, add more pieces onto it. It's honestly not that hard. It's just the stand is where it gets a bit more harder to say, and then adding on pieces. Actually, no, this took a minute to make. That's the hard part. If you want to do it justice, yeah. Good luck. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Check out my other content.